let's begin. So we will skip this introduction part and jump straight to what is Microsoft Copilot. We're going to build the basics for those who don't know, and then we'll pick it up from there, right? So Microsoft Copilot is a collaboration between Microsoft and OpenAI. So what happened is Microsoft invested in OpenAI, and they've created their separate instance of Copilot. So it's not the same. It's not the same ChatGPT that you use. It's a separate instance dedicated for Microsoft. Okay. On top of this, Microsoft is adding Copilot as a layer, as an interface. That's why we call it the UI for AI. All right. So through Copilot, you will be able to access not only OpenAI, you're not married to OpenAI, you can access as well other AI models through Copilot. The default Copilot that you get with Microsoft 365, that one is pretty much OpenAI, pretty much ChatGPT. But then we have the ability to extend Copilot and make sure that by creating a Copilot agent, we leverage different AI models. I'm saying even DeepSeek can be integrated with your Copilot. But that's a talk for another day. If you're interested, I can demo it today as well. So basically, we're bringing AI to your day-to-day applications where you can ask questions, interact with Copilot, brainstorm ideas, content writing. You want to get to know or plan your day ahead of time or at the beginning of the day. You want to know what tasks do you have to do today. Do you want to organize and prioritize the tasks? Copilot can help with that. And so generate images, right? Engage in conversations and brainstorm with Copilot. So it can do pretty much anything that ChatGPT can do. But this all depends on the prompt you write. So if you write an effective prompt using prompt engineering techniques, you will get the result that you want in much less iterations and less modifications from your end. So basically, we send the prompt to Copilot. Copilot sends the prompt, not the data. The prompt to its own instance of ChatGPT, the large language model. All right, get the answer from the training data back to you. But it's not always the training data of the model. This could be your organization data as well. You can choose from where to get the data. We call this grounding. So Copilot is built on generative AI, okay? And it uses large language model that has been trained with huge volume of so the LMs basically, they've been trained on anything on the internet, anything that was ever printed, and so on. That's why they have this capability of language understanding, because large language models or generative AI basically was trained using deep learning, which is the best approach to train AI models. Yeah. We know that we have supervised learning and unsupervised learning and so on, but then we have what we call deep learning, which is the best of them all. It can understand huge amount of data. So these are some guidelines for you for an effective prompt. First of all, you need to tell Copilot exactly from where to get the data. Don't leave it to Copilot. You need to specify the you need to specify the grounding or how to ground Copilot, the scope, all right, of information that Copilot will get from the web or from your corporate data. And then state your goal, your objective. What do you want Copilot to do? But then add some context to Copilot. right? Don't say, write for me a LinkedIn post about, let's say, Qatar Sport Day. Okay. There's not enough context. Why do you want this to? Why do you want this post? Do you want to encourage everyone? All right. Do you want to say I'm participating? Add some context. Right. That's a simple example from the top of my head. Iyad, if you're speaking, we can't hear you. All right. Or I can't hear you. Let me check my speaker settings. Yes, it wasn't configured. Okay. All right. So, and then it's an iterative approach. You write the prompt, you see the result, and then you work on the prompt to modify and enhance the generated content. Now, I'm inviting you all to access this URL that I will be copying and pasting on the chat window, right? So this is the chat window. Passed on it. All right. Sorry, that's not the one. My bad. It's this one. All right, let me get rid of the first one. So through this website, you will be able to explore Microsoft Copilot. There will be a lot of activities and exercises for you to do, and that's exactly what we will follow through this training. So I will be copying prompts from here. You will be pasting those prompts on Microsoft Copilot to follow me on those exercises. If you have the license, feel free to do that from Microsoft Teams, all right? So you go to Microsoft Teams, and on Microsoft Teams, access Copilot. Let me access my Teams from the chat window. From the chat window, you will find from the chat section, you will find Copilot icon. Feel free to practice here. Or if this window is not expanded, you can expand it from here and then access from the agents, the visual creator. That's a Copilot agent. He's good in creating images and so on. All right. But if you don't have the license, what you can do, you can access copilot.microsoft.com. Sign in and follow us from here. All right. So you choose the best tool that you want to practice with us. So this session is pretty much hands-on, right? What we will be creating is, as I was saying, a dream destination. We will think of a themed restaurant, and then we will create different images for the entrance of the restaurant, for the exterior of the restaurant, the menu items, the drinks, the food, and everything. Right. So let's begin. Are you ready? This session must be interactive if you want to maximize the learning out of this session. So feedback, talk to me back. Don't treat me like YouTube. Engage. Whatever I will be pasting here, I'm expecting you to apply it and then share a screenshot with us on the chat window. Copy the screenshot or snap, screenshot it or copy it and then share it with us here. All right, all right. So I'm gonna use my, thank you, Desiree. I'm gonna use my visual creator. I'll just click on the Copilot here, more options, and then I'm gonna pop this out to get a bigger window where I can zoom in and enlarge the prompts for you. Anyway, I'll be sharing the prompts with you. Okay, so let's begin. Our first prompt is under what we call role-based prompt. So what we want to do, the first step in prompt engineering is you need to specify the persona for the AI, the role of the AI, or your role. You need to tell Copilot who are you, or who do you want Copilot to be? A project manager, a head of the HR department, yeah, a technical person who's supposed to do a technical proposal. So you're supposed to explain to Copilot what role are you expecting Copilot to play, and so on. So in our first prompt that I will be sharing to Copilot here and pasting on the chat window for you to try is, there we go. That was the prompt. What we mentioned is as follow. I'm not going to read the whole thing. You have a copy. But for instance, we're telling Copilot that you're a designer mainly, all right, with unique talent of crafting immersive experiences that ignites the senses. You see, and more details about the role of Copilot. I'm just setting first of all the expectation from Copilot, all right? So anything following this prompt, Copilot will deal with it as if it's a designer, all right? So make sure you paste the prompt, get the result. Thank you for your kind words. I'm thrilled to assist you creating new experiences that will captivate and delight your audience, your vision of to the rest of it. Sorry. Now it's asking, could you please share more details about the new experiences you have in mind? What theme, elements, or specific scenery details are you envisioning? All right, I'm envisioning a lot. But first of all, we need to define our ideas, all right? And the way we define our ideas is as follows. I'm gonna need you to do this exercise with me. So we're gonna start with the place, yeah, the idea of the place. Do you want a common place? Do you want a themed one? Is there a certain location you want to add to your or create this dream destination on? So it could be hotel, zoo, spa, theme park, whatever you choose, right? But then for the theme, you would go for instance, one of these, or any theme of your choice. And then location, specify, well, you want it on a nature grass behind you, waterfall behind you, in the rainforest, underwater. Just make sure that you have these three elements in mind written down, because you will replace the next prompt with these elements. So now let's introduce your idea. I'd say stick to the same prompts for now, and then do this exercise again on your own, where you get to change the theme and park and sorry theme and idea and place and location and so on. All right, there you go. So what we did now is we asked Copilot this prompt actually. There we go. I have an idea that I want to work on for this project, and I will provide some bullet points. Can you help me create a paragraph? See, we didn't start with the images. We want to see if Copilot, first of all, understands what we want and tweak it and then finalize. So, images of travel marketing tone, yeah? with a travel marketing tone, and so on. You should capture the following points, and then you started listing your points. New destination experience, cozy. This restaurant is high above the ground and built into the branches of trees, and so on. So you've added your vision in here. And then Copilot goes like, okay, imagine a new destination experience that backs you to explore the, and so on. That's its understanding. Take a look at it and we will move on. Once you get this response, remember that you can really iterate and ask for more ideas, yeah, or new ideas, or change the existing response until you're happy with the result. Perhaps instead of a secret path or something, add a ladder to get to your destination. Add a secret door to get to my destination. Just play with this one, with this part a bit. So the key takeaways out of this part is as follow. You need to set the conversation style to determine the type of responses. Set the role to begin with, and then how creative do you want Copilot to be, or how factual do you want Copilot to be? If I'm designing images and menu and so on, I want it to be creative. But then if I'm writing a report or analyzing numbers and so on, I want it to be factual and precise. So you need to set the conversation style, develop content, yeah, efficiently, and then create content suitable for your audience. You need to tell Copilot as well, who are your target audience? Are you creating something for everyone or for employees or for the management? Yeah, that would help setting the tone. All right. Do you have any questions so far? All right. There's a concept called hero image. So on this in here on this Teams window, you see this picture here, my background and me. The main object is the hero image. So the hero image here is me. All right. So the rest is just background and additional elements and so on. So let's create our hero image, if you like. So we're gonna ask Copilot. By the way, it went on and it created here a couple of images, you see, under visual, because it's a visual creator. It already created a couple of images. If your Copilot created those images, feel free to copy them and paste them on the chat window and show us what did you get. So based on my prompt, these are the images that I got. These are additional images. Okay. So this is the time where you generate the images and share with us the image that you generated before we carry on. And then, of course, you can play with it with different prompts, like how about an image for the internal scene or whatever scene. Okay, we got a response from Ziad and Desiree. Nice one. Okay, now you can ask Copilot to get you a day view if you like, or lighten it up a bit, or play with the image the way you want. And then Desiree, nice one. I like it. And then Ankit is sharing. Wow, very nice concept. Different one. I like this one. Very nice. Right. Yes, yes, feel free. By all means, right? So I followed up with a prompt. I was like, how about the internal scene? And then that's what I got. From inside, our restaurant will look like this. Apparently, we did not hire anyone yet. All right. So the point that we learned here is as follow. There's something called multi-model. A multi-model is a model capable of generating multiple different contents, text and images. So now we know that Copilot is a multi-model. All right. Copilot can reference conversation history because we said, oh, based on the previous history, generate the image. Based on the description that you generated for the dream destination, create the images now. So it can really understand and reference previous conversations. All right. Now we have the exterior and we have the interior. Can I see the interior of your images of your restaurants? Desiree shares something else. Wow. By the sea. This is nice. Lovely. All right, let's see the interiors of your restaurants. Assuming that you all created restaurants based on the images that you've shared. All right, and we have a couple of images here. Ankit. Nice. Superb. This is beautiful. Okay. Don't you need some carpet there? Okay, let's see. Muridi. Wow. So back in the days, graphics designers used to spend weeks creating those, if not months, because if it's a client, then we will go first for concept and then get the concept approved by the client and then start with the main layout. And it's a long story, but look at you now. Sea creatures. Nice. I love the imagination. Very nice. I've never seen this concept. Uh, you should patent it. All right. Okay. So now we have the exterior, the interior of our restaurant. The description is clear, right? In a marketing and travel agency approach, wonderful. Now let's make a grand entrance for our um, dream destination. Do you have a name for it? If you don't, we're going to brainstorm that with Copilot. So I'm sending you the prompt on the chat window. And then we're asking Copilot for this destination. I want to think about the entrance now. Yeah, you always have to tell Copilot, okay, what's the next phase? All right. It should embrace the theme of this destination. You don't need to re-mention everything because it access the history. It should be memorable as it's the first interaction a visitor will have. So now we're asking Copilot to suggest 3 ideas. If you're using a regular Copilot, it will reply with text. But because I'm using the visual, it will start immediately after the suggestions, creating some images. So these are some concepts: mystical pathway, secret door, and so on. So these are the concepts for the 3 ideas it generated. That's the first one. That's the second one. And so on. Nice. Where are yours? Or you got the ideas only so far? Got the ideas only. Let's expand on the idea. All right. You go like, okay, I like the idea about, let's say, I like the idea about, and then choose one of the 3 ideas suggested here, right? Casting a woman. Okay. Secret door is nice, but I tried it in the previous webinar, so I'm going to try something else. Maybe this one. Why not? Okay. Can you elaborate on it? And again, in your case, it might get you only the text and explains the concept to you. Yeah. But then because I'm using a visual creator, it will do both. It will get cracking immediately and brilliant. All right, you've chosen the hidden path. All right, let's see, what did I get? Okay, well, I'll go like, let's explore the mystical pathway now. So here is the description of my mystical pathway. And then it's creating the images now. Meanwhile, let's take a look at what you have generated. All right. I love if this is real, I would create this as a puzzle. And if you don't solve it, you don't get in. You have to earn sitting in such a restaurant. All right. Next. Brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, nice. I like the one. So here's my pathway. And if I want, I can explore the third concept, but it will pretty much look like it's not here, but this kind of a hidden doorway. It's because it's hidden inside the tree. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So now, for the marketing material of this new restaurant we're creating, new destination we're creating, we want to work on the description now, right? But we don't want a general description. We want the tone to suit travel publications. Yeah. So let's run this prompt, share it with you. And there we go. And be specific. Single paragraph would do. Muridi, do you have the Copilot license? You said yes. So go to Copilot in Teams, and from Copilot in Teams, open this panel, click on this panel. It will open up agents, and you will see the visual creator in here. So I got my description. Hope you got yours. Yeah. All right. So now that we've created the description, let's visualize this description. I'm going to send this to Copilot and then send it to you. So we asked Copilot if you can create an image that visualizes the description of the entrance you just wrote. We got different concepts, different images for the same concept. Nice. Very nice. Beautiful. This is a net glass, and those the hanging ropes for the road. They look, they match the trees. This is nice. Very nice. I like the fire is on top as well. Walking water illusion, yeah. It is. So, conclusion. Just talk to Copilot in a conversational context. Okay, when you write your prompt, and you can ask Copilot to do something called copy edit. So write a description based on something else. Use description to generate the image. That's what we mean by copy edit. Now, let's ideate with Copilot. So the point here is to run this prompt. And let me share it with you. And we asked Copilot that we're going to work on the part of the project called the features. You see, when you highlight certain, when you mention certain names for the part of your conversation, it's easier for you to go back. And then you go back to Copilot and in another prompt, and you go like, okay, on the features part, add 1, 2, 3, 4. On the features part, delete 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So you always have to name the section that you're working on now. From the beginning, when you, as you have seen, we did not ask Copilot from the beginning to create the interior and the exterior and the description and everything. No, we broke the problem into smaller problems, right? And now we're sectioning. Give that you have, you know about this destination. Can you suggest 5 unique interior exterior features or spaces that people might visit, spend time in, or enjoy? Please list them down. There we go. With names, of course, that suit a travel publication because it remembers, right? So you got names and you got more pictures because it's the designer. So meanwhile, let me show you this. I like this one. All right, you can catch up on the training as well. Thank you for joining us. Have a good one. All right. So we're brainstorming. We got the ideas. Now you can modify those ideas. Choose one to work with. Um, uh, you can ask Copilot to visualize some of those ideas so you can understand how it looks if you don't want to read. Now, run this prompt. I want to work on this idea, and then choose the name of the idea. Okay, can you rewrite the description? Travel publication tone, keep it about the same length and so on. And we have alternative names for the nest if you want. And here is a visual visualized nest for you. This is nice. Right? If it didn't create the image yet in your application or in your version of Copilot, use this prompt and modify the name of the place. And there you go. Because did you notice that when we first started, because we're just working on the concept, Copilot was creating images without people. But now it knows that, oh, we might need to use this on the website, on brochures, social media. So it started to add life to the pictures. I like this one and this one without people. So share with me the pictures you've generated. Already has something for us. Nice. Lot of mushrooms. Mushrooming everywhere. I like this water area. And the waterfall. The concept is nice. Me like this. Next. Wow. Like a theater, but it's not a theater. It's cozy, yes. Love the open air idea. This is great. Okay. Now, are you ready to plan the menu? Let's plan the menu together now. We have all the artifacts we need for the design of our dream destination. So let's work on this one. Right. Yeah, let me just fix the prompt a bit. Yep, that would do. And share this with you. All right, we've been working on this one. Would like to work on the food menu now. All right, food options. This part of the project is called the food. So could you create me a menu formatted as a table? You always have to mention your expected format, which includes the name and description, right? And then more details about, or more context about the description, and more of what you're expecting Copilot to do in here. And there we go. We got some items and the description. And you got some images for the menu as well. But now what we really want is to visualize the menu items. So I'm going to ask Copilot to create an image of the first menu item. So please do that. I shared the prompt, and share with me your first menu item. Okay, our first menu item was something salad, forage salad or something. There you go, forest. Yeah, so here we go. By the time you create your menu item, I'll go for the second menu item of my menu. Muridi. Yep. It has to be mushroom, isn't it? And then we have Ankit. First menu item is salad everywhere, right? Oh, but that's not salad. Is this curry? Is this paneer? I hope this one is spicy, Ankit. I like spicy food. Right. So my second menu item was this one. Too much for an item, I'd say. But then it would be more. It would be you'll get better results if you mention the name. Now, my question to you, do you think Copilot can search the internet and get me some results? Oh, great, thank it. But which one? Is it South Indian or North Indian cuisine? You see, I'm experienced in Indian food. Look at this. Check this out. Check this platter out. So which part has the chat? The bamburi, the savory, and all of these. That's the North Indian, isn't it? You can pick the mic if you like.
Mostly they are from Delhi and Mumbai.
The all the chat items, huh?
Yes.
Interesting items. Okay. All right. Now we want Copilot to search the internet because we want to search for ideas around our signature drink. Okay. So a signature drink, and then we explained what we want exactly. All right. Can you provide some inspiration for unique refreshments that are highly creative? It could be the colors, the ingredients, and so on. And then on your version, not the visual creator, it will go search the internet and get you some ideas. Okay. But because I'm on the visual creator, it started creating immediately. So use the prompt I shared with you. Take a look at the content retrieved from the internet, because then we will ask it to ideate. Yeah. To get the idea first for our refreshments using this prompt, where we will go like, we need to ideate about the signature drink. Okay? It should embrace the theme, the destination, yeah. What it serves and matter, the glass or container, everything should be unique. Can you give me 3 ideas of signature refreshments or drinks? And then Copilot goes like, there we go. These matches your theme. And in my version, it will start creating immediately. Once you get your signature drinks ideas, feel free to ask Copilot to generate the first drink that he mentioned here, and it named this. Okay, use this one, this prompt I pasted on the chat window. I'm gonna ideate mine, but meanwhile, let's take a look at what I created here. Actually created 3 of them for me. These are different designs for the menu. Nice. Okay. Just to prove to me that, look, it matches the theme. It brought it next to the. All right. This nice, but I don't know. This one is nice. It's kind of magical. Some Harry Potter theme on it. All right, share with me the images you created. These are the ones for my first drink. Nice. Nice cocktails. Nice cocktails, Ankit.
عملنا داتا بيز الويب هلا في هذا ما بياخد شغل هلا بيمشي دلوقتي فهلا احكي
Okay, so assuming, okay, that's a second image from Muridi. Well, very nice. Is that's orange, isn't it? Orange and lemon. I love that mix. I love that mix. Now, let's say, for instance, maybe I like this image. I'm gonna try something with Copilot. This is nice, Ankit. This is interesting. You see, nowadays, there is a new trend on the market. Big brands like Nike, Adidas, and so on, what they do is they create a video advertisement using AI, and then the products on the video are not manufactured yet. And then they test the market. People starts commenting on the social media, oh, we love this product, we like that product, and I hope if you change this one and make it this pattern, and then they create the products based on the demand. So you just did the same. If this is your actual project, ideate with Copilot, create concept designs, share them with people, get some feedback, then go to manufacturing. So I'm going to download this image. Download any image of yours. We're going to test something here in Copilot. Okay, that was which product? That was the first one, isn't it? Which is the forest. Yep. So I'm gonna ask Copilot, could you take this image? Could you take the image you just created and add some smoke showing the image? And then to make sure that it understands, maybe I will upload the image. All right. This is the prompt. I'll be sharing it with you. Let's see if it will succeed in doing this. This is a cold drink. I should have added something else. It's just the point is to add new visuals to the image. Let's see if it will add smoke and remove the eyes or no. I don't think so. I guess because it's cold, yeah. See, it added a little bit of a smoke touch here. There we go. Yeah, it did. It worked. Okay. Let's see the images you generated. Meanwhile, while you're waiting, remember, restaurants, try another effect, Ankit. Try adding a fruit, certain fruit that you want next to it or something. Are you using the free Copilot?
No, it's paid one. My
Okay.
personal account.
Okay. Okay. You're privileged.
Yeah.
So cafes, restaurants without ambience, not really. We want some music. So music is a powerful way to set the mood and atmosphere for our destination. It can also express your theme, right? The personality of your brand and so on. So let's get creative with Copilot and asking Copilot to, let me pass you this prompt. Meanwhile, sending it, sharing it with you. There we go. We need to think about music. This part of the project is called the music. Can you create a table of 10 songs with the artist name, right? Because we want to know from where to play them. Song name that would fit the theme of this destination. And there you go. We got artist, song name, and so on. All right. I'm going to test this until you create yours. I'm going to test this one. So you go to Spotify, YouTube, and let's look up the first song because I know none of them. All right. Okay, I'm gonna reshare my screen with sound. And let's test the music together. Right, for a reason I can't share my audio. It's due to the settings. I can't. So you're gonna have to test your music. I'm gonna test my music. And tell me if it really fits the theme. Yeah, not my type of music, but yeah, it fits the theme. All right, you done with that part? Because our next part is to create the branding material now. Yeah, and for this part, um, we're gonna share this prompt in here, chat window. You got it. Now it's time to come up with where is it? Okay, it's now to come up. It's time to come up with some branding for this one. Can you suggest few options for catchy name for this destination or dream destination? And then you got different names. Tell me what name you've chosen for your dream destination restaurant. Tell me and tell Copilot which one you will choose. I'll go for this one. Um, I'll go for this one. All right. Tell Copilot the name you've chosen, and then ask Copilot to generate a description for the marketing material, yeah, for this place, based on everything it knows about your expectation, the way you're envisioning it, and so on. So now, given everything we worked on around this new destination we created, it's time to come up with some branding for it. Can you suggest few options for? No, forget about this. We passed another one. My bad. Three sentences. There we go. I'm sharing the link here in the chat window, and I'm gonna share it here for Copilot as well. What we want is three sentences description in the tone of travel publication. All right, nested deep within the gigantic moods, mystic groove offers us. All right, it's gonna be exciting. Yeah, very high. Nice. And there we go. Some branding material. Okay. And share with me the name and the final description of your dream destination. This is brilliant. All right. So we have tried with Copilot ideating, getting creative in creating images or writing content descriptions. Um, do you have any question for me? No question? If you don't have any question, I have three for you. Number one, what is the significance of providing specific details when asking Copilot to suggest a name for the destination? If you guessed the third one, you were correct to generate a name that accurately captures the essence and feel of the destination. Question two, what is the main benefit of using the multi-model capabilities in Copilot? The multi-model capability means, in short, asking Copilot to sometimes generate text and sometimes generate images. So if you've guessed the first option, then you were correct. It allows Copilot to understand images shared in the chat window. Yeah. So sometimes I write text and sometimes I share images as well, and it would still understand because it's a multi-model um, agent. Abdul Hadi, tell us. So question three, how do you refine image output using Copilot? If you guessed number two, you were correct. You need to use descriptive modifiers in the prompt. So add styles, yeah, smoke rising up, and elements sitting on the table and so on, and add more details on your prompt. So we have reached the end of this webinar. Thank you for being with us and allowing us this time to present to you different ways where Copilot can help you establish the design for your dream destination. We would like to share with you a certificate of attendance and achievement, and the same certificate will add the training course content to your profile so you can access it any time. Yeah. So celebrate the success, and you know what? You will get the certificate at the end of the training course, right? So let's do this time differently. I'm going to push you to go to Microsoft Learn and go through the course. And when you go through the course, once you complete, after, of course, you need to sign in, okay? When you complete the course, you will immediately get the certificate. But to make sure that you visit the course content, I'm going to push you. I'm not going to give you the certificate here. I'm gonna ask you to go to this link that I will share with you, start the modules, and at the end, this is the link. Let me share it with you. And at the end, you will get a certificate added to your profile. All right. So let me show you some examples here and how to access this certificate and so on. Let me sign in first. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna prove it there. If you're lazy enough to take the course, just redeem the code I'm sharing in here. But if you do the course, you will get to see more details. You will do more reading and so on. So once you're done, you click on your profile here, profile, and then you will find all the badges and trophies and everything you've achieved under achievements. All right. So you click on achievements, and then any module you completed, any learning path you completed, all the courses you completed, they appear here. All right. For instance, designing, no, where is it? That would be under a learning path, a dream destination. Where is it? All right. Designing a dream destination. Once you click on this print, it will take you to the certificate, or click on the link and it will take you to the training course as well for later review. All right. But for now, we need you, just a second. Think of any question you have in mind. If you don't, I will be sharing with you a QR code and for the evaluation, all right, and feedback. So please let us know how did we do on this session to enhance our future sessions as well. All right. The evaluation should be as part of your invitation email, but I'll be sharing it with you here. I'll share with you a QR code, and you will simply scan that QR code and share with us your feedback. Let me test it myself. Yeah, were you able to access it? All right.
So what should be the course start date? The last week or today?
Sorry, today.
Today, okay.
Because we use the same for all the face-to-face trainings as well. So you would specify on point number 7, online. And then you will evaluate the course content, and then the instructor, the delivery, and so on. If on the form they will ask about the trainer name. So this is how I spell my name. Yeah, sign me in. I'm typing it on the chat window. All right, thank you so much. Thank you again for joining us on this webinar. We have plenty on the pipeline. We will, on the next phase, we will move from the fundamentals into more different scenarios and so on. So stay tuned for the upcoming webinars. Follow us, Technology, at social media. And happy Thursday to everyone. Have a good one. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.